Welcome back, Filmaholics. My name is Kyle Kenrick, and in this channel you find anything and everything filmmaking. So if you guys want more of that, consider subscribing because I upload every 2 weeks on Fridays. But let's get on with today's video. Today we take a gander on this microphone that you're hearing me from right now. It is called the BOYA BY-M1 Lavalier mic. But let's go ahead and unbox it straight away. And here we are in the top-down view of this lavalier microphone. And let's see what's the information on the box. It just says some video recording for reasons because that's what you usually use this for. Easy to use for smartphones, camcorders, DSLRs, and audio recorders and PCs. And then it shows more technical information that I'll mention later on. And then same thing as before. This interesting mouth looking thing right here. And then of course this plastic bit right here. I don't know why I make fun of that, but I just like how people review boxes. But you know, I just want to get in there, grab whatever it is, and find out if it's good or not. Oh, it's not. It comes with a little pouch. Ooh. Oh, there's more stuff. Toilet paper. Is that it? Yep. Let's move this stuff to the side. This pouch feels good. It's like actual leather good. Like, wow. Okay, what does it come with though? Ah, tasty. These are always so good. I can't wait to eat this later. Do not eat these. Those are that's disclaimer. So here we have some adapters, a foam thing for the microphone itself, the clip, a battery for this part I'm assuming, and I think, oh yeah, the adapter. And I think that's it besides the actual microphone. And the build quality of the wire, it feels like a wire, just feels somewhat cheap, nothing too super extra, nothing too super thick. I do like that they gave a Velcro strap so that you could always keep this strapped down because honestly you won't be using the whole 6 feet most of the time. This though, this feels like an actual good quality plastic, it feels like. No, I think it's metal, and it feels really sturdy. Like, yeah, that feels sturdy. So I'm actually somewhat impressed about that. And then this is to switch between smartphone or camera. I'm assuming with the camera you're gonna need a power source. With the smartphone itself is the power source. And then here's the microphone right over here. So, other than that, there's nothing else in the box, really. But I'm actually surprised for something that's $20. It has a leather pouch. It has actual really good metal. It feels sturdy. It feels okay. Now let's see how it sounds back in the top-down view. And we're back from the unboxing view to this view. And the first thing I want to mention about this mic is going to be the price point. Now, in the last video I did a different lavalier mic review, and now I'm doing this one. The first one I did from like 2 weeks ago, I believe, is like roughly underneath $50. But this one is worth $19.95. Now that is significantly cheaper than that. That is literally less than half. So we're gonna talk about the quality of this, and then I'm gonna possibly do a separate video if you guys like this one where I review both of them and compare the two together. But consider this whole video again as an example in a way of, well, hearing this microphone. Now the next thing I want to mention is going to be the specs of the microphone. The first things first is going to be the fact that it's a 3.5 jack. All of these are going to be 3.5 jacks usually. Then you'll get adapters if you ever need adapters to use on these microphones. For example, the last one I did, the review, it had a TRRS to a TRS adapter, which basically allows you to use whatever microphone you're using and connect it to something and use the power from that to power the microphone to make it work. Now this one is slightly different, the fact that it is battery powered, which honestly cuts down on having to buy an adapter and having to carry something else around because it's powered by itself. So I mean, that's a benefit in my opinion. Now another thing is you might have to replace these batteries every like once 3 months, depending on what you use it for, podcasts or anything. If you use it frequently, then you might have to buy like a couple of these batteries, but they're pretty cheap. You can get like a 6-pack of these, and they're pretty easy to change and to use. It's honestly self-explanatory, and if you buy a pack, you'll have this thing for like years basically. It won't die. That's it. Now, it's also a 20 feet long cord. There's no extension cord, it's just all 20 feet long. So you'll be able to move around a lot depending on what you do. And if you're streaming, if you're doing something, this will help with you moving around. It allows you to go all around the room. I would do that, but I'm kind of hooked up in a really awkward way. So there's that. And the next thing for specs I want to mention is the compatibility. This thing can work on anything. Cameras, DSLRs and camcorders and mirrorless and whatnot. It works on laptops, PCs, your phone, anything that you're really hooking it up to, it works on. Because anything that has a 3.5 jack and I can record from that jack, it's a line in, meaning it works on. You can use this for even streaming, gaming, and whatnot. So it's made for literally anything that can hook up into. And we're finally here to the examples, so that you can hear the raw sound of this. The first example I'm gonna show is going to be basically no denoising, nothing, no editing, no nothing. It's just gonna be the sound of the microphone by itself without any augmentation to it basically. So here it is. And now here it is with some denoising in all silent room again. And now here I'm gonna be talking constantly like this while I don't denoise it actually, but I'm gonna keep talking so that you kind of get the vibe of what this sounds like without any denoising and any editing to make it sound any better, because you will have to do that for most things. Yeah. But yes, now I am denoising it. This is what it sounds like when it actually is being denoised and you're talking and you are doing stuff. So this is also with some enhancements from Premiere to make it sound more dynamic and more, well, crisp, I guess is the best word for it. And now I'm stalling because I didn't get to talk as much with the other one, but now you're hearing it with some denoising like I just said. Yeah! Now the last example, this is gonna be a warning. For anyone that knows a lavalier mic, this is basically what happens whenever you brush the mic on your shirt, on wind, on just sneezing or whatever, just a lot of brushing of clothing and your shirt and everything else. So be warned, it's gonna happen in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Now, yeah, that wasn't pretty. I'm sorry if I destroyed your headphones, but it's needed to be said, all lavalier mics will have struggle with this issue, even if you tape it to yourself, because there is some lavalier tape where you could just tape it onto your skin, but any shirt or cloth that moves on it, it will be audible basically, and you cannot prevent this. It's just an inevitability of like this type of microphone anyway. So be warned on that. If your area or wherever you're filming is really windy, or you know you're a fidgeter with your shirt, then it's probably not a good idea to get one of these. And now we're on the Who, basically, the Doctor Who. No, I'm kidding, no, not. This is just for show. I wish it was real. But now, for who is this lavalier mic for? Well, all lavalier mics are generally for talk show times or streaming or vlogging if you have no way of recording good audio at that time, or a talking head like this if you prefer something like this versus a shotgun mic. It's all general for almost multi-purpose anybody who wants to. Now, who it's not for is the easier answer that you can get. Somebody who's vlogging out in a windy place, don't do it. Somebody who is shooting a film and you can't have a camera see a microphone, don't use it. Now, if it's something like a talking head like this, you can use it because it doesn't matter if they see the microphone as much. But you can't show the shotgun mic, which I do have one up here, but I'm currently not using that for this video for the purposes of showing you what this audio sounds like throughout the whole entire video. But again, who it's not for is depending on the weather and also if you can't have a camera showing. And I hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys want to check out more reviews, go ahead and check this playlist right up here. Also, if you guys want to check out this microphone and all the other gear I used to make this video, all my past videos, go ahead and check the links down in the description below. Now, also don't forget to like and subscribe and dream on.